Hi, everybody. This is Carol Sherwood. Thank you for tuning in to the Stephen Avery Back to the Beginning Mod Podcast, where the mod to the pod is music added to the video podcast. And today's music theme is an old favorite called Route 66. If you ever plan to motor west, travel my way. Take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah. Okay, let's go to a fun little ditty that was found by Snoop Doggy Chick, my buddy, while she found the information for the plates and was doing some research. Another thing jumped out at her. It's happening. Something's happening. She pulls a vehicle history report on Teresa's VIN number. And there's a bunch of services out there you can pull. It's a very comprehensive report with a lot of detail, more than I've ever seen, even on a Carfax report. We're going to look at one section because all the rest of it is pretty common detail, tells the description of the car and all that kind of jazz, everything that so many of them tell. This one has a piece of information on it that was quite surprising. I think Zellner will want to know this. And I know you will want to know this. And let me preface it right off the bat, just in case the sharks are circling again. This is information found that would have to be verified by someone whose authority is way higher than mine or yours or whoever's. Someone in law enforcement, hopefully not Wisconsin, but somebody would need to verify this. So on this report that she sends me, this section, just like you see a section for recalls and it lists the recalls under there, this is a section called sales, S-A-L-E-S, sales. If the vehicle is found anywhere in a sale ad somewhere. So when you look at this, and I'm posting the picture, with this, it shows Teresa's VIN number. Every digit, not just 3044. It shows all 17 digits, and it shows an ad from ksl.cars.com. All right. If you go there now, you can't find this because this was information pulled from that site at the time that it stored in the vehicle history records. KSL.com, all those car sale sites get rid of their records after so long. Or the person who puts the ad out there deletes their own ad or whatever they do. So there is an ad that it references, and it says, oh, let me tell you this. So online, most of you, a lot of you will know what Craigslist is. It's a big sales site for all kinds of stuff. All right. And it's got other headings and things on there too. But primarily, it's a big giant site where you can sell pretty much anything. In the northwestern United States, kind of up in that area, Craigslist isn't in every state. Maybe in the East too, I don't know. But it's not in every state. And mind you, some of this is found out when you go do research on it. So Snoop Doggy Chick digs into this and finds out that Cars.com, which you may have heard of before, I have, is a car selling site. You go put your ad out there for your car, just like Craigslist. But up in that section of the US, and this specific area is all of Utah, part of Wyoming, and part of Idaho. That's what KSL covers. KSL is the equivalent to Craigslist. And if you go look at KSL.com, you will see a bunch of different headings for all kinds of ads. All right, so that's their way or their big advertising area to sell cars. So Cars.com through KSL.com. On this report, it has the VIN number. It shows an ad number. All right, so it shows that ad. You don't get a picture of the ad because this is just the detail coming from it. But what you see is this car, this VIN number, it gives a description of the car. It's a 99 RAV4 in a sale ad. Really? Yep. Now, I told you, I'm not stating this as fact, but I ain't keeping this little nugget hidden. This is good. It very well may be one of those friends in low places, phony thingies to throw people off track. Who knows? But it's worth looking into. And here's why. It's a sale ad for Teresa Halbach's VIN number, vehicle description. I called the 800 number because there's some information on there that is not, it's kind of hard to understand because it says last seen, first seen, scraped at. I don't really know what that means. So I got on the phone and called the KSL.com people. I gave them the ad number. Now, they don't keep photos on file because it's, like I said, it's like Craigslist. So when you put an ad out there, if it's something you're selling, you pretty much have control over taking that ad off. Okay. They don't, there's thousands upon thousands of ads for all kinds of stuff. They don't keep all of that photos on there. So what it has on it is the information of the ad identifier number, and it has the listing ID number. So whoever put that post out there, that's the listing ID. The customer service rep could not provide me with all of the information because, one, she didn't have access to everything. She could tell me some things, but she couldn't access all of it. And she indicated that we would have to go through their legal department, Kathleen, to gain other information. It says the ad was placed by a private seller, doesn't give a name, but the listing ID is whoever created that ad. You know, it had to have an email associated with it. There might be a person's name and phone number. I don't know, because if you place an ad, how people going to get hold of you? That information is there somewhere. All right. Whether this is completely legit or not legit, it's worth investigating. If you don't think it is, have an apple. Have an apple. I think it's worth investigating. Let me tell you why. The ad, when I called and I said, can you tell me what this means over here to the left? The last scene, first scene, scraped at. She did not see that on her system. She said that may be something with their report and not our system. And I said, okay, all right, I can get that. I said, can you tell me when the ad was ran? And she said, yes, it was run February to May of 2021. Kathleen! What do you think that? What do you think that means? I don't know. I know what I think. Lord help me if I state what I think. The piranhas, the sharks might bring their piranha relatives with them. Want to hear the kicker? Here's the kicker. Guess what it says under miles? Now, if this is a legit ad, that a vehicle with that VIN number was in a sale ad for almost 4 months in Utah or Idaho, Wyoming, somewhere up in there, which is a little strange in itself. The mileage says 275,000 miles. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? My gosh, Teresa Halbach lived in her car for a year and a half. Yeah. That was a joke. I don't know. I'm going to just leave that at your sweet little doorstep, and you can decide what you think that means. I can't decide anything from this report. All I can do is read it, and my eyeballs have the I Love Lucy look. It's one of those little nuggets that popped itself out at my buddy when she was researching the VIN. If that's legit, then it needs to be investigated. What do you think? Do you think you would think that do you think you would think that's strange? Or do you think you would just go, that's fake, and go on? In this case, I would not let it slide. In this case, I don't take anything at face value. There you have it, folks. That is one more bizarro find that popped out of Google Planet about this RAV4, about a RAV4 with that VIN number. Go back and look at Teresa's purchase, the registration, how many miles the car had on it when she bought it. It's like 38,000 something. She got a nice car. She got a nice car for 4 years old, 38,000 miles. Darn, that's good. You don't come across those very often. There's no way, Jose, that she would have driven to 275,000 miles on that car by the time that she disappeared on October 31st, 2005. The listing was 4 months last year. Kathleen!